Hello you guys, this video is just going to be short and simple. This video is going to be for my grandmother who died on Halloween in 2022. This is year 2 of her being gone, and this is just a happy birthday or happy heavenly birthday video for her, where I'm just going to basically just talk about her, how much of like an amazing person she was, what I miss, and yeah. But first things first, I'm Savahannaheble. Caleb and I are separating, so I changed everything back to my maiden name. The Buckler fam is no more as of right now. If anything, I will keep that channel since I was the only one really running the channel, and I'll turn it into something different. Obviously, I'm going to keep the videos up for you guys so that way you guys have it to enjoy. But all my social medias will be linked down in the description box below. I also have a couple other YouTube channels that you guys should go check out, which is Heble Gaming and Heble Eats. Stay tuned for my kitten. I'm getting literally this coming week. So stay tuned for that video, that vlog. I also have big things coming up. I don't want to say too terribly much because there is still a lot of prepping. There's still a lot of brainstorming we have to do. And yes, I am not the only one participating or doing this. I have a couple of teammates that I'm working with to help get all of this done. But that's all I'm gonna say there. Just stay tuned. But yeah, let's jump straight. If you see Richard in the background, ignore him. If you hear any of the dogs,
I just helped her lighting.
If you hear any of the dogs whining in the background, ignore them. But yeah, let's jump straight into my grandmother's video. It's been 2 years since my grandmother passed away. She died of dementia and schizophrenia. It was hard because I wasn't there to say my goodbyes. When she was still able to talk and understand who all was there. The last time I really saw my grandma would have been 2 or 3 days before she passed. And at that time, she was scared. She kept saying my name over and over and over again. And at this point, like, her face was so sunken in. When she was saying my name, you couldn't really tell she was saying my name, but at the same time you could. She just kept asking for me over and over and over again. And I'm like, I'm here, Grandma, like, I love you, like, everything's gonna be okay, like, I promise I'll take care of Mom and everything. Like, I told her to just, it's okay to just basically let go. I'm like, you don't need to keep fighting, like, we all love you and we completely understand that your body is tired and it just wants to stop. But I'm like, Grandma, you don't have to keep fighting for us. I'm like, it's time for you to let go. And she started crying. And so I started crying. Man, this video's hard. But yeah, my grandma was such an amazing person. She was a legal midget, okay? She was like 4'10". She was so fucking cute. Like, her personality, like, she would just light up an entire room. And she would just make everyone laugh, honestly. And as soon as her memory started to fade, she had this like old school laptop, okay? Like, when I say old school, like, it was like a box computer. And she kept forgetting her passwords. And no matter how many times we tried to write down new ones and keep track of all her passwords and everything, it just wasn't enough. It was frustrating, but it was so cute at the same time. Like, I'll never forget the good memories I had with her. She was obsessed with dolls and clothes. My grandma was a hoarder. my birth giver currently lives in her deceased parents' house at this moment, and cleaning out all of her stuff. Like, my grandma had the same shirt in like 30 different colors. She had like 30 pairs of shoes. She had some fake jewelry, some real. She was also like a jewelry fanatic. Like, that's where my love of jewelry comes in. I have some of her clothes, I have some of her jewelry, I have some of her shoes. Keep in mind, her shoes are so fucking tiny. Like, they would honestly be able to fit my kids before they'd be able to fit me. Like, she had to special order her shoes because her shoes were nowhere in store or online. Most of the stores you can shop online for, like, didn't have her shoes. So she literally had to have custom made small ass fucking shoes. It was something else. It was stressful. It was really stressful going through everything of hers, but we managed. And my mom is still going through some stuff of hers, but yeah, times were tough. My grandpa, who passed away April 29th of this year, he was the husband of my grandma. They celebrated like their 52nd or 53rd wedding anniversary, and that was like the most amazing thing. I got the chance to film. I got the chance to take pictures. I got the chance to just like see them get remarried and redo their vows and everything, and that was just amazing. Knowing that true love does exist, like, that is true love right there. My grandpa did not give up hope on my grandma at all. He, like, as soon as he got sicker and she got sicker, it was really hard. We sent her to the nursing home where she passed away at because it was just too much for my mom and everyone else to handle. Like, even her caregivers, before my mom was her caregiver, they couldn't even handle her because of her schizophrenia. She would have violent outbursts. So it was very hard to see that happen. And sending her to the nursing home was like the best thing that we could have done. Honestly. The nurses there were hella sweet. They were hella understanding, hella respectful. And the day that she passed, we got a message around, I want to say it was like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, maybe before or maybe after. I really don't know the exact time, but my mom texted me saying that she was gone, and at that time Caleb and I were staying at the place in town near the cop shop, and I just remember collapsing. Like, I just remember collapsing on the cement because I ran outside and just collapsed outside and just started bawling. I'm like, oh my god, like, I can't believe she died. Like, oh my god, like, I really wish I was there. And that thing is, my mom was literally about ready to come pick me up to go visit her again. Like, we did not think that she was gonna go that quickly. She went a lot quicker than my grandpa. And it hurt so much. Her funeral was even worse. Like, I was a mess. My mom was a mess. Like, I can't say much about my siblings because I don't really talk about them, and I won't, but my grandma's funeral was the hardest thing my mom and I had to go through, and that was the first time my mom and I actually got along for more than 24 hours. I miss her. She was a really big part of my life, and I will always miss her. She never got the chance to meet Amrit or Jalen. She only got the chance to meet Ziva. And I know in my heart that she did meet Jalen before she was sent to me. That is what I believe. And same thing with Amy. I feel like she did have the chance to meet those two. I think she's the one who handpicked them, in my opinion. Other people would say differently. They would say it's in God's hands, but no, I believe it was my grandma who made sure I had the 2 perfect angels I get to call my daughters. Like, I love my grandma, and I will always love my grandma, and I miss her on a regular basis. There's not a day that goes on that I don't talk about her. that I don't mention her or that I don't listen to her song that she loved so much, and that's Don't Give Up on Me. It was in a movie called 5 Feet Apart. She loved that song. She loved it so much. She loved the flower lavender. Like, she loved that. She loved the color purple. Like, she loved, like, my grandmother was also obsessed with like crosses and angels and dolls and that sort of thing. So there were angels and dolls and like crosses and everything everywhere, especially the cross thing, because when she got sicker, she kept thinking that people were trying to get her, like that demons were trying to get her. So she kept getting crosses to fight off those demons and everything like that. So her house was just covered in crosses. And I have some of those crosses actually in town that I still have to go get since Caleb and I are separating. But at the end of the day, I know that she's no longer in pain, and that's all that really matters to me. I know that she's finally healed from the sickness that she suffered with so many years. And yeah, I remember before we sent her to Omaha, we sent her to a hospital that, like, it was kind of like it was like a nursing home, but in a hospital. It was in North Platte. It's like the tallest building in North Platte. It has like 10 stories, not even that, maybe like 5. I think 5 stories. And she was on the top floor. And I remember this hospital because Caleb and I had to go to this hospital on more than one occasion for his doctor's appointments, for his seizures and everything. And I remember the hospital to a T because I hate seeing that hospital, because that is where they told us that she was diagnosed with dementia and schizophrenia. And they told us about how much of a time span she had left. And she beat that time span on more than one occasion. Like, she was a fucking fighter. She was not gonna let anyone tell her when she's gonna die. She's like, I'm ready to go when I'm ready to go. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. I just wanted to let you guys know that, I don't know, this video was just mainly for me because I didn't feel right not recording this video, and I know that my grandma's looking down on me and just protecting me. She's my little guardian angel. So I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video.